Hello there, welcome. Hope you're having a great day today. We are talking today about Judges chapter 18. If you haven't already had the chance to read through that, you'll want to do so. And again, there is more idolatry in today's chapter. So the tribe of Dan was trying to find a place to settle. Now, if you will remember, they had actually previously been assigned an area, but because they did not follow God's commands, that area had been taken over. And instead of fighting for what had been promised to them, they wanted to take an easier route. 5 people were assigned to go out and basically find a place for them to settle. And these 5 people end up running into Micah. They stay at Micah's house and they recognize the accent of the priest who was there. And if you remember, in the previous chapter, we learned about Micah and the deal that he made with a priest, a Levite priest that was living with him. They talk with this priest and they ask him if he would pray to God to see if their journey to find a new place to live is going to be successful. The priest asks God, and they find a town that they want to overtake. This town is called, I think it's Laish. Now, verse 27 tells us, then with Micah's idols and his priest, so right before this, they actually steal all of the idols from Micah's home. So with the idols and his priest, the men of Dan came to the town of Laish, whose people were peaceful and secure. They attacked with swords and burned the town to the ground. There was no one to rescue the people, for they lived a great distance from Sidon and had no allies nearby. This happened in the valley near Beth Rahab. Then the people of the tribe of Dan rebuilt the town and lived there. They named the town Dan after their ancestor, Israel's son, but it had originally been called Laish. Then they set up the carved image, and they appointed Jonathan, son of Gershom, son of Moses, as their priest. This family continued as priest for the tribe of Dan until the exile. So Micah's carved image was worshipped by the tribe of Dan as long as the tabernacle of God remained at Shiloh. So this idol worship continues. Now I want to share with you the footnote that comes from verse 24. It says, Micah made idols and hired a priest to run his household religion. When the men of Dan took his idols and a priest, nothing remained. What an empty spiritual condition. An idol is anything that takes God's place in a person's life. Some people invest all their energy in the pursuit of money, success, possessions, or a career. If these idols are taken away, only an empty shell of a life is left. The only way to protect yourself against such loss is to invest your life in the living God, whom you can never lose. So a great word for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.